Greetings, Adam.
What the heck?
Adam.
Okay, who's here? Where are you? Who is this?
I am here.
Why can't I see you?
I have no material form.
Are you in my head? Shit.
I will not be if you do not want me to be. Would you prefer that I depart?
Well, yeah. Well, wait, no. I mean, not right away, maybe later. Who are you? Where'd you come from, anyway?
I am what you would call an alien. I came from very far away.
Yeah, well, how'd you get in my head?
I was transmitted into your mind from my starship. I come from the star known to your people as 55 Cancri.
Oh, come on.
About 40 light years from here.
Okay. So you came from there. And what are you doing here? Why? How come you're... Jeez.
My ship malfunctioned soon after I was introduced into your mind.
Man.
About 7 o'clock last evening.
What kind of a thing is this? What is this? Come on. You can't just get in somebody's head.
I am here.
Well, yeah, I guess you can, but it's not... God damn. Shit. I don't feel like there's somebody in my head, except you're there, talking. Man. So you came in a ship, and then you came in my head, and where's your ship?
I believe the ship is on your planet, very close to here. I am what you might call post-physical. In order to regain my ship, I will need your help.
Why do you need my help?
Your material existence is essential to my effort to locate and repair the ship.
Boy, I don't know about this.
I now very much need your help with location, transportation.
Me transport a spaceship?
It is smaller than you.
I need to sit down and think about this. How much does the ship weigh?
Approximately 3 kilograms.
So I'll need to check on this star. What did you call it?
55 Cancri. And if I may make one suggestion regarding our communications, you do not have to speak to me with your physical vocalization methods.
With my mouth, you mean?
Yes. It is sufficient for you to simply think the words or ideas you wish to communicate.
Okay, I'm not sure I like this idea very much. What did I just say?
You said, okay, I'm not sure I like this idea very much.
That's creepy. So, you know what I'm thinking?
No, I merely know what you are going to say.
But do you know it before I say it?
Very briefly before. About one sorter of a quecant.
Sorter of a quecant?
Quarter of a second, that is.
Quarter of a second, okay. It may take me a while to get used to this. I may still talk with my mouth now and then. Man, this is so weird. I need to call somebody, talk to somebody else, see what they say.
Wait. Please, do not speak of this to anyone else yet. It will be better that way. I will let you move some now. I'm going to release your voice, but I hope you will not try to contact anyone. Not just yet, okay? Now you may speak.
How'd you do that? Why couldn't I talk?
I restrained your voice by stimulating a chemical reaction to interrupt electronic impulses between your amygdala and your vagus nerve.
Don't ever do that again.
But...
No buts. You want me to help you? Maybe I will. But you need to promise you'll never do that again. Why should I help you if you're going to do stuff like that?
I see your point. Let me consider. All right. I will not do that again.
Or anything like it. I really don't want you messing around in my head.
I agree.
Man, are you really inside my brain?
I am in your mind. Your brain is a piece of meat. It can do work, but the work is not it. Your brain can produce pictures, but the pictures are in your mind, not in your brain.
I want a picture of you. Can you show me what you look like?
As I indicated before, I do not have a physical body like you. I am all mind.
How do you talk?
The talk that you hear from me is all in your mind. I am using a very small part of it to communicate with you. Anytime you want me to stop, I will. But I am asking you, I am beseeching you.
Okay, I like the sound of that.
I am begging you to please allow me to stay with you for a while so we can search for my ship. And if we find it, perhaps repair it.
How would we do that?
I am not even sure we could. Can you help me find the ship?
I don't know. I suppose I might, especially if it means you won't be hanging around my head forever. And, well, maybe if you treat me right, things like that. Okay, let's see. Oops. Let's see what we can find here. Cancri. 55 Cancri. Wikipedia. A binary star approximately 41 light years away from Earth in the constellation of Cancer.
As I told you earlier,
Consists of a G-type star and a smaller red dwarf. As of last year, 5 extrasolar planets confirmed to be orbiting the primary 55 Cancri A.
actually, there are 7. Can you help me find the ship?
Let's take a look at a map and I'll show you what we're up against. What do you think is the farthest your ship could be from here?
Certainly no more than a mile.
Okay, there's my house. This is a mile radius circle. Water, forest, roads, industry, a lot of stuff we gotta check out. It would really help if I knew what this ship looks like.
May I access your computer?
Do you really need my permission?
Technically, no. Diplomatically, yes.
So you know something of diplomacy. I keep being really surprised by what you do know and what you don't know.
Yes, I too have been...
What?
Oh, nothing.
Okay, feel free to access my computer. What are you gonna do?
I am transmitting a picture of the ship. Here it is. The length is about 1/2 meter, weight approximately 3 kilograms.
What's it made of?
Materials not yet in your vocabulary or science.
How fast can it go?
Faster than light. From super FTL entry at my planet to exit near Saturn orbit took less than a minute. The remaining 1 billion miles to Earth, traveling much slower than spite lead, that is, light speed, took 170 days.
Whew, this is a lot to soak up.
I would very much like to begin our search.
Sure, but first I need to,
Take a pee?
How do you know that?
You had already decided to say it, but then reconsidered. And pee is...
Come on, how can you know about my amygdala and vagus nerve and not know about pee?
Well, I must confess, Adam, this seems illogical. It is troubling.
Yeah. Pee is wastewater from a human body.
Ah, so there is a vessel of wastewater in your body,
Right.
which must be emptied periodically.
Mm-hmm.
And you have a... what is the proper term? A spigot?
Yes, I do.
I will find this most interesting.
I'm not used to peeing with a woman present.
I am not a woman.
True, but you sound like one. Could you at least make it sound like you're outside the bathroom?
How about this? Is it better?
Yeah, that helps. Okay, here goes nothing.
Here goes nothing? What is...
Quiet, please. No talking while I'm peeing. So, did you find my spigot interesting?
Very much so.
Maybe even impressive?
Impressive? No, I don't think so. Of course, I have nothing to compare it to.
I'm kidding. Sorry. Men in this world generally like to think that their spigots are pretty impressive, especially to women.
But I am not...
I know you're not a woman. Sorry, that was just a dumb joke.
dumb. I'm unfamiliar with this concept.
Stupid.
Again,
The opposite of smart, not intelligent.
lacking data.
Sorta, but even worse than that. Listen, there's a lot of stupid stuff here on Earth. I'll let you know when I see some.
That will be interesting.
Is there anything in my mind that you won't know about?
Of course, I have no access to most of what you think.
And why should I believe that?
I can understand why you might maintain an eptical scatitude. A skeptical attitude.
Because you can't really prove to me that you're telling the truth.
I am not well practiced in what you call lying,
Why is that?
because I am primarily an observer and a repository and processor of data. I generally have no communication with other sentient beings, often for thousands of Earth years at a time.
Even with others of your own kind?
There are no others of my kind. I am all of it.
What about on the ship?
On the ship is a copy of me. A more complete copy, actually, than came into your mind.
Wow, too much. What's your name?
I have none.
What do others call you?
I ordinarily have no need for others to call me anything.
Okay, but I need a name for you. Why did you get transmitted here in the first place?
I was to be in your mind, undetected, observing life on Earth from a human point of view for about 1 month.
I'd just be carrying you around like some kind of dumb beast of burden.
Yes, but
You're a mind rider.
I suppose...
I'll call you Rider.
All right, though you should not feel like a burst of beaten.
That's beast of burden, an animal that carries stuff for humans.
Ah, I was wondering about the meaning of this beaten.
No such thing.
I will excise it from my store of Earth knowledge.
Oh, maybe you should keep it as an example of a joke.
Joke? Oh, yes. You said dumb joke earlier. Are all jokes dumb?
No, some are very smart. Are we going to just drive around and look for the ship?
No, it is putting off very faint signals. That is, faint signals, which I can detect. We must move as much as possible for a while to see if the signals change in strength. There is considerable interference from your vehicle's engine and electrical system. I am attempting to find solutions.
Tell me this, Ryder. What if we don't find the ship?
It would be better if we did not consider that as a possibility.
Why? What's the worst case? Are you stuck here? Can you leave my mind if there's no ship to go on? Do you stay in my mind until I die?
I would rather not discuss this.
I'd rather we did discuss it, and I'm done driving until we do.
All right, here is the worst case outcome. If the ship remains non-functional, it will self-destruct after a predetermined tenth of lime.
Tenth of lime?
Length of time.
Oh, starting when?
About 7 o'clock last evening, when I lost contact.
And how long is the time until self-destruct?
About 335 of your days.
Almost a year. Okay, so that's a big deal for you, but maybe not for me. It just kind of goes kablooey, or what?
Just is not an adequate descriptor. The blast would obliterate over 3 square miles.
Whoa. Come on. Okay, we better find the damn thing. But what if we can't fix it?
Then we should take it to where there are very few humans or other sentient beings. Are these typical humans?
Typical of here, this is the bus station. Mostly people who don't have much money. Some of them don't have any place to live.
But they still live.
I mean, they have no home, no shelter to speak of.
That gesture.
That was a wave, a greeting. I know the guy in that red truck.
Ah, so much to learn. What is this?
This is art, another difficult concept.
How do you know it is art?
In this case, the colors mainly and the shapes. If this was a normal alley, it would be mostly one color, probably some kind of gray.
Does this art have a purpose or meaning?
It probably makes some people happy, others it might make them angry. Some people won't even notice it. Are the signals getting any stronger?
I think so. My measurement faculties, that is my measurement faculties, are somewhat less acute than...
There's something wrong with you, Ryder.
Nothing major.
I think whatever got into your ship got to you too.
Unlikely.
But possible.
Is that a wheeled human?
No, he has a skateboard, a small, unpowered vehicle.
Your world is unique in so many ways.
Back to art, one of the main things it does is affect people's emotions.
Emotions. Something else I must learn more about.
You're not picking easy ones.
Perhaps the easy ones I already understand, from seeing them on other planets or learning about them during the approach to Earth.
You haven't seen art on other planets?
No art, no jokes, no stupid stuff. These are all humans?
Yes, they are.
Such variety. Are they all intelligent?
Yeah. Not equally, but all intelligent in their own way.
More art.
How can you tell?
Good question. I know it when I see it. It is not normal.
No, different. Some would say special. I think you're starting to maybe understand art. And how many planets have you been to?
You mean the ship we are looking for, or the larger entity of which I am a copy?
Let's start with this one ship.
This ship has visited over 6 million planets.
Yeah. And no art, no jokes, no stupidity?
No.
No wonder you're having a hard time. Did you know I had a wife and that she died about a year ago?
I became aware of this during the approach to Earth, yes.
Okay. And?
And what?
Well, let's say you wanted to build a good relationship with me as your host. Now would be a good time to say you're sorry.
Sorry for what?
Me losing my wife.
And why should I be sorry about that? I was in no way responsible.
No, I mean sorry in the sense of, let's see, expressing sympathy.
Ah, sympathy. A feeling, correct? An emotion?
Yeah, sure. A way of saying you understand what I went through and in some sense feel my pain.
And I should say this even if it is untrue.
Yeah, just go through the motions. Boy, you can be really thick, can't you?
Ah, this I recognize from my studies approaching Earth, an emergency vehicle for fire suppression.
Very good. You know about as much as a 3-year-old human.
Another joke. You are attracted to jokes. Wait, what is that?
A train horn.
This is important.
We'll go check it out then.
These sounds, they somehow relate to the ship. Yes, at the time the ship went down, just before contact was broken, I remember these sounds, and an enclosed space of some kind. A dark, enclosed space. I should have remembered that before.
Like I said, you're impaired. You're not your usual self. I need to get some coffee.
Will I be in your way if I just park here a few minutes?
No, you'll be fine.
Thanks.
You were saying you exist in something like an electronic data file. Like a video file, maybe?
The analogy is incomplete, but not inaccurate.
Let's say a large video file is as big as my head, then the file containing you would be how big?
Perhaps It's the size of your planet,
As big as the Earth?
approximately. It is a somewhat imprecise calculation.
How do you carry this file around?
It is on the ship.
On a ship only half a meter long?
Yes.
And this whole file is now in my mind?
The complete master file containing all of me is on my home planet in the 55 Cancri system, with backup copies.
What?
Backup copies on other planets in widely separated star systems. An abbreviated version of me, necessary only for planetary exploration, is loaded on each of the many ships going out. The file of me that came into your mind is even more condensed, only what is needed for me to function as a single planet probe. I could not now give you full detailed information about the millions of star systems I have explored, since those data are not essential to the Earth's mission and would far exceed the capacity of your mind.
Oh, yeah? Hey, this is cool. I can chew and talk at the same time. If the ship's in there, we'll never get to it.
Adam, I'm sorry your wife died and it caused you pain.
Okay, not very convincing there, writer.
Let me clarify. If I could be sorry, I would. It is just not in my nature.
Yeah, well, maybe you could work on getting it in there.
You sound different. Your voice is affected by
I'm kind of pissed off, angry.
an emotion again.
Yeah,
These emotions are confusing and obscure. I do not see their utility.
well, you better start getting used to them. Not that I'm a highly emotional person. You're lucky you didn't choose my wife's sister's mind to ride around in. I'd like to see that. Maybe I could hook you guys up.
I sense you are now making another joke. I prefer jokes to emotions. They seem more useful. The vehicle interference is still very problematic.
Let's get away from that. Park the van and walk a while. Why do you care so much about this one damaged ship and your own stripped down self? What's the big deal about finding and repairing this ship?
Ship malfunctions and mission failures are almost unheard of. There must be something very special and dangerous about Earth. If at all possible, I must learn the cause and bring that data back into the master file. It may be one of the most important things discovered in our entire exploration of the universe.
Man, what if the ship landed up high, like up there, or on top of a building?
I think we should look in dark enclosed spaces.
These are dark and enclosed.
The signal is stronger here.
Recognize this?
Art.
Make you feel good?
Not as good as finding the ship would.
You don't think it's up on a roof, huh?
Oh,
Dark enclosed space.
yes.
Only a few hundred of them around town. Why would it go into a dark enclosed space?
Perhaps to escape the cause of the malfunction.
Be nice if we could figure out what that was.
If it is still around, I would also be affected if we approached it.
Like it would make you stupid or something.
I do not think I will ever be stupid. Impaired, perhaps.
How many of your ships have come close to self-destruction or actually carried it out?
Those numbers are not in my current data set. I know only that malfunctions are extremely rare.
Maybe it went into a tree. That looks dark and enclosed.
What is that noise?
Sounds like an angry child.
The result of emotions?
You got it.
I think I do not want emotions. Another child? A larger one?
No, a siren. One of those fire suppression vehicles. We could look under bridges, sort of dark, sort of enclosed. I think we need to travel by bicycle. No vehicle interference, but we'd cover a lot more territory.
Stupid stuff. I like the sound of that.
You could use it in a poem. Another kind of art. only with words, usually with some rhymes, like stupid and cupid.
I like the sound of that too.
Then you put them together, stupid and stuff and cupid and...
Enough. This is interesting. It is engaging.
You need to loosen up, writer, if you want to sound more human anyway, which maybe you don't.
Can you teach me to sound like you?
I guess maybe I could. You know any slang?
Ah, yes, like cool. Not meaning cold, but highly fashionable.
Yeah. Tell you what, I'm going to teach you the single most all-purpose word of slang. Any idea what it is?
Awesome?
Nope. Dude.
Dude. Meaning?
Don't even worry about that. It's all in how you say it. So you're excited. Repeat after me. Dude.
Dude.
You're confused. Dude.
Dude.
A little more emphasis and it turns into don't be such an asshole. Dude.
Dude.
This one's for really special occasions. Dude.
Dude.
Good. Okay, let's say I'm a human lounging in my backyard. You're an alien. You land your flying saucer in my yard and hop out. You want to keep me calm. What do you say?
Greetings, Earthling. Do not be alarmed.
No. You say, chill, dude. What's up?
Chill, dude. What's up?
But I freak out anyway. You gonna take me up in your saucer and poke me with needles?
Dude, do not worry.
No worries. And make me think I'm being an asshole.
Dude, no worries.
You're a fast learner. Let's get out of here.
Woo! This is engaging.
That would have been a good place for an excited dude.
Dude!
How's the signal?
Clear, but weak. You, of course, know about the Squinverse air law.
Oh, you mean the inverse square law. I do, but refresh me.
The intensity of the signal we are following is inversely proportional to the square of the distance from the source.
Yeah, right.
If we go half the distance to the source, the signal strength quadruples. In the last 3 minutes, the signal quadrupled in strength. We must be getting closer. Dude, the signal is weaker here. We should head north. Oh yes, this is much better. Strongest signal yet. Is there some stupid stuff going on here?
Yeah, pretty good chance of it.
A dark enclosed space.
Guess we better check it out. I'm not crazy about going in that tunnel.
Careful, dude. You don't want to damage your head.
Why do you think I'm wearing this helmet?
To protect me, of course.
Yeah, dream on.
Stronger and stronger. In the last 50 meters, the signal quadrupled in intensity. That means we are now no more than 50 meters from the ship. It must be in the tunnel.
Shit. Why would it have gone in there?
In hopes of being shielded from the problem. Let's go in and get it.
Not so fast. I'm not going to leave my bike out here where those stupid kids can steal it.
But we are so close.
A while back, some kid got run over by a train in there.
We will not get run over.
Damn right we won't. we're going to take the bike home, think about this, then drive back here in the van and do it right.
But what if a train comes?
Exactly.
Oh no! A train in the tunnel!
Good thing we're not in there, too.
What if we missed our chance?
Let's see what happens. Looks like they might be about to move it. How old are you, Ryder?
About 500 million Earth years.
500 million in your current non-physical state?
Yes.
Were you ever biological like us?
My ancestors resembled your larger insects.
And from that you evolved into what you are now?
Yes, the evolution was consciously driven by my ancestors over 3,000 years.
They didn't like being bugs?
Their goal was to explore the universe, and they concluded that a bodiless mind would work best.
You don't sound like millions of years old.
What should I sound like?
Sort of creaky, snooty, or arrogant?
Remember, I am seriously impaired. Sounding like an ordinary human female is enough of a challenge.
No talking once we get in there. I want to be able to hear it if the train starts coming back. Best case, if it does, we slip back out this way. Worst case, we run for the other end.
We will not. What is that?
That's a rat.
We are very close.
Dude.
Dude. We found it!
Let's get out of here.
We found it, Adam! We found it!
Yep, we sure did.
I thought I could tell you exactly how to fix the ship, but I have no idea what to say.
Are we gonna take it apart somehow?
I don't know, Adam.
This thing looks important.
That is the fluxer. It receives acoustic and visual information. Think of it as an antenna that covers the entire electromagnetic spectrum, as well as sound, gravitational data, and information on forces as yet unknown to your species.
Can you tell if it's okay?
A visual scan shows nothing apparently wrong. Try rotating it gently.
I think I want to hold it in place with a clamp first. Any worries about putting too much pressure on it?
Nothing you can do could damage it physically.
Which way should I turn the fluxer?
Clockwise as we look down on it. It should be almost frictionless.
Looks pretty good to me.
Now try rotating it counterclockwise. It is capable of producing power if spun in that direction by an outside force. That sound is a good sign. Do you have a source of airflow that we might direct at it?
Yeah, I got a vacuum, a shop vacuum. Geez, now you got me doing it. You think getting some power to the ship might help?
It may. Remember, I am the ship, or the ship is me. Communication should be seamless and transparent. But now, I still get nothing but the locator signal, which has its own power source. Perhaps if we leave it rotating, we will get a charge that will help us fix things.
Okay, let's take a break. There's an event downtown tonight called Arts Walk. Let's go look for art. Maybe we'll spot some stupid stuff too, or some jokes maybe.
I would like some serious logic. At Arts Walk, I assume there will be art?
Lots of it. What people call art anyway, and music.
What is that?
You'll see.
And jokes?
Probably some of them.
How about stupid stuff?
Maybe some of that too.
Is this stupid?
Oh, maybe to some people, but not to everyone.
You said there's lots of stupid stuff in your world, and yet we seem to have trouble finding it.
Yeah, that's kind of surprising to me too. Why do you care anyway?
I have this unfamiliar nagging sense that it's important. What is this?
This is music, at least to some people. And when you add in words, it's called a song.
Even if you can't understand the words?
Yep, still a song.
Which is this?
Maybe art, maybe music, maybe a joke.
What is universally agreed upon as stupid?
Not much, I guess. More music.
I like this.
Like is an emotional thing, you know.
No.
Yeah.
At the same time, while balancing this sharp and deadly object on my face, I'm going to attempt to juggle 3 flaming torches of burning death.
This looks stupid.
Only if you take it seriously.
How do I stop? How do I stop? How do I stop? How do I stop? Ow! Ow! Bad idea.
You might say one person's stupid is another person's wisdom, and vice versa, depending on your beliefs.
What is belief?
It's basically thinking something is true, even though the evidence may not support that position.
Is that stupid?
I think so, yeah.
We never had belief, as far as I know.
We, you mean back when you were biological critters?
Yes.
Help me out here. When you came from 55 Cancri, you jumped most of the way at super faster than light speed. But then came out of it near Saturn's orbit, leaving 1 billion more miles that took you about 6 months. Why not come all the way at FTL?
FTL exit is imprecise. The exit target has a radius of over 4 billion miles.
It must be kind of boring going slower than Super FTL.
Not at all. I spend the time learning about the planet through direct visual observation, plus analysis of data emitted naturally from the planet or broadcast by intelligent beings. This is my existence. 6 months approaching a planet, 1 month observing it from the mind of a local inhabitant, then back to the ship for the next FTL jump.
So during the approach, you decided on me as your host. Of all people on Earth, why pick me?
I did not. I did want a human since it was clear that your species is by far the most intelligent on Earth. Beyond that, the process was entirely random. Experience has shown that any reasonably healthy adult member of a given species is as good a subject as any other.
But the differences among individual people are...
Negligible. All we need is a human. Almost any human.
Nothing special about me then. A 1 in 7 billion chance and I'm the lucky winner.
Closer to 5 billion, leaving out the very young and very ill.
Let's go home. Is it charging the way you'd hoped?
Nothing seems to have changed.
Boy, this has been a long day. I'm about ready for bed. You know, this is not the way our first encounter with an alien was supposed to be. Oh, geez. Why didn't I think of that before? The perfect example of something really dumb.
What?
This crazy debate. A bunch of bozos on television, each trying to convince us that they're smart and all the others are stupid.
How do they do that?
They mostly insult each other and tell a bunch of lies.
And why do they do that?
They want millions of people to vote for them so they can then tell us what we ought to do.
When did this happen?
Just last... Oh my God.
What?
It was going on last night, right when your ship malfunctioned.
No.
Yes, the most blatant, outrageous, massive outpouring of stupidity broadcast all over the planet, watched by gazillions.
Gazillions?
Many, many millions. That's gotta be it.
What?
The thing that trashed you and the ship. Let's get it up on the big screen, let you get the full force of it. Even if it doesn't affect you, at least you'll understand what stupid really is.
Did you witness this debate?
The whole calamity, yeah.
I guess I was in your mind at the time, but I don't remember it.
You must have been completely out of it. Can you still receive broadcasts even out of the ship?
Yes, your brain and nervous system make a very good antenna. Audio would come in most readily. Video might present some problems.
So stupidity being broadcast from all over the earth could be coming at you even now.
Ooh, what a horrible thought.
Okay, that's Donald Trump, Ted Cruz, Jeb Bush, Ben Carson, Chris Christie, Mike Huckabee, Rand Paul. Man, what a crew.
Adam, these people are extremely illogical.
Or stupid.
I think those are the same thing.
This is just a recording, nowhere near the force of a broadcast.
Dude, what is wrong with these people? He didn't answer the question.
Ah, you're starting to get it.
Did you hear what he said?
I heard it, yeah.
How can he say that? Please, make it stop. Dude! Oh, no! Adam, do something.
Calm down, you're making me crazy. You do something. Stop it.
I can't. Do something.
I'm trying.
Make it stop.
I can't. What are we going to do? Oh, man.
Oh, please. Make it stop.
Oh, man. Now you get it?
I do.
Are you okay?
I hope so. I don't know.
Now it's really time for me to get to bed. Whew, that was a huge dose of stupid.
I can see how that blast of stupidity could have caused the ship's problems. Is there more to come?
Oh, yeah. Over a year till the election. 10 more debates. Ending in March, I think. Next one's about 6 weeks from now.
Will they be as stupid as this one?
Maybe even worse.
We should arrange to protect the ship and our minds when they happen.
Maybe some metal shielding or something, like a helmet. Are you going to be just hanging out wide awake the whole time I'm asleep?
Yes,
Would you know if someone came in the house or was trying to get in?
I would, using your ears and processing the sound with some improvised programs. I can hear everything you do, but with enhanced clarity and instantaneous context analysis.
Cool, and you'd wake me up if you had to?
Yes.
Maybe it's not so bad having you around after all.
I perfected faster-than-light space travel about 100 million years after shedding my ancestors' physical bodies. In the 400 million years since then, we have traveled the universe, documenting inhabited planets and many galaxies. That compilation is now 7% complete. For security, it resides on my home planet and over 11,000 others in 326 galaxies. All the compendia are updated continuously as survey ships gather new data. The number of ships is growing exponentially. The complete compilation of universal data should be finished within another 300 million years, at which point I will give it to every sentient civilization, except those inclined toward conquest and destruction, which, unfortunately, seems to be most of them. Dude, something is wrong.
I got a migraine. Do you understand pain?
Yes.
Can you make pain go away?
Yes.
Really? Will you do it?
Yes, but I know that some pain helps you avoid worse pain, injury, even death.
This pain's not like that. There's nothing useful about it. Please, if you can, make it go away.
As you desire. It should be gone now.
Ah, wow, Ryder, I love you. Will you stay with me forever?
Dude.
Right, not a good idea. Okay, you can make pain go away. Can you also make me feel better than usual?
As in, euphoric?
Let's just start with happy.
Like this?
Ooh, yeah, nice job.
You wish to stay this way?
I may never want to stop.
Not a good idea.
Bummer.
The degree of bumness would probably increase with the length and intensity of the feel-good time.
So maybe you could fix that?
It would require some experimentation.
I'd be a willing guinea pig.
Explain, please.
Subject of experimentation. We usually use small rodents, guinea pigs, mice, rats.
Because they feel less pain?
No, because we can, and they can't fight back.
Dude. What are all these objects?
Pills that I take every day of the week to keep my body and mind working.
You seem to be in a hurry.
I'm in training.
Really? What for?
The ADLX games.
What is that?
Well, you have to be over 70. ADL is activities of daily living. X is for extreme. The ADLX. I'll be up against other old people, seeing who can fill their pillbox the fastest. You get a certain number of different pills. You don't know which kind until the day of the competition, and everyone has to do the same stuff. Some pills are 1 a day, some are 2 or 3 a day, some are every other day. It's a race. You also have to cook some oatmeal, change the sheets on a bed, clean a stinky toilet.
Get out of a slippery bathtub.
You seem to be very good at it.
I've been practicing for a long time.
Adam, was that a joke? That stuff about ADLX?
Yeah, it was a joke. Sorry. I just wanted to see if you'd pick up on it.
Have you been playing other jokes on me?
No, that's the only one.
You could tell me almost anything about life on Earth, and for the most part, I'd have no way of confirming its truth.
Yeah, that's right. Of course, the same's true of what you tell me about your world, and the rest of the universe, for that matter.
What is this?
Another kind of art. You might call it a cartoon. A combination of pictures and words, trying to convey an idea quickly. I've started drawing this,
The stupidity shield? When did you do this?
Last night, I couldn't sleep for a while, so I got up.
What? I don't remember that.
So I noticed. I did all this stuff, some with my body, but a lot with my mind, and you must have been asleep on the job. Some lookout you turned out to be.
This is impossible.
Well, consider the evidence. When else could I have done this drawing?
Well, yes, I agree, but okay.
It's just an idea. What if we humans decided that you, Ryder, posed a great threat to our survival? I'm still not sure that's not true, by the way. We would construct a shield of stupidity around our planet to keep you away, to repel you forever and keep our planet safe. The stupidity shield.
It could work, I suppose.
Hell, maybe it's already there without us humans even trying. Any charge yet?
None that I can detect.
Where do we start here?
With basics. Weight, size, and so on. You should record all the data, just in case my memory begins to weaken.
I've got some basics started here. What else are we going to look at?
Other parts of the ship. The torsion discs.
What are those?
There are 26 of them, aligned in a row on the top of the ship.
Weight 1,696 grams.
As it should be.
Seems kind of stupid to check all this stuff. Why would any of it be any different?
We have, rarely, to be sure, encountered conditions on other planets that distorted ships' size, shape, and mass, and affected their functioning. It makes sense to check, especially since the time and effort involved are minimal.
Seems like a waste of time to me.
But think how stupid we'd feel if we didn't do it and later discovered we should have.
Okay, yeah, we don't want to be stupid. Length 16.755 inches.
42.558 centimeters. Normal.
How good is your memory anyway?
It is infallible when functioning normally. I remember everything.
What about stuff I said yesterday? You remember all that?
Verbatim.
Width 3.983 inches.
Normal.
Okay, let me hear something I said yesterday.
Your voice or mine?
Mine, I guess. Let's see, just after we met, you said you'd leave if I wanted. What did I say to that?
You said...
Well, yeah. Well, wait, no. I mean, not right away, maybe later.
That is creepy. Don't do that again. Fluxor fin thickness? 20 thousandths of an inch.
As it should be.
Friction hub 0.622 inches.
Normal. We need a precise indicator of vertical.
I've got just the thing.
What do you call this?
A plumb bob.
Primitive, but effective.
What else?
Something to measure electric current.
I've got that, a voltmeter.
An electromagnet.
I can probably get that online. I'll check.
A miniature camera at the end of a flexible cable.
Like they use for looking up people's butts. An endoscope, I think they call those.
We will also need an oscilloscope. A laser beam source. A thermal imaging camera, and a centrifuge. We should check the fore and aft center of mass on the ship. There is a mark where the balance point should be.
Right there, huh? Seems like it's off. Gonna have to scoot it forward to balance.
This could be significant. Let's do the visual scan.
Check this out.
That's good. I get a new visual scan every time it goes around.
So why do you think the center of mass moved?
It was lying on one side in the train tunnel. Some of the soft inner parts must have settled the wrong way.
Soft inner parts?
Didn't I tell you?
Said the entity with the infallible memory. You didn't tell me about soft inner parts.
You are right. I did not tell you parts of the ship are biological. I was worried it might creep you out.
Well, yeah, it sort of does.
You've lived alone since your wife died?
Yes.
Do you have other, what is it called, family?
I have a son and a granddaughter who live a few hundred miles away. I see them several times a year. And my wife's sister, who I haven't seen since the funeral. I'm by myself most of the time.
By choice?
It seems like it happens to men. Women are often the social directors in married couples.
Have you looked for another mate?
I've looked around a little. Oh, shit.
What?
Oh, man, I forgot. I have a date tonight. Oh, jeez.
Get together with a woman?
Yeah, right.
That will be interesting.
Can you maybe just shut yourself off for a few hours tonight while I'm having my date?
No, I cannot. I'm sorry, Adam. I would if I could.
But it can happen. Like last night when I couldn't sleep and I got up to draw.
That must have been part of my impairment. Involuntary on my part.
Why am I suspicious of that?
I wish you could learn to trust me.
Like you say, I would if I could.
Your date last night seemed very nervous at first.
I think we both were.
The wine seemed to help her. Wouldn't it have helped you too?
Well, I don't drink. I'm an alcoholic. If I drink one glass, I'll drink about 5 more and maybe get a little crazy.
You looked at her breasts much of the time.
Yeah, men do that. Was it really obvious?
Yes, but she didn't seem to mind.
Oh, well, that makes me feel better.
When you took her home and she asked you in, why did you say no?
I don't know. Still nervous, I guess.
About what?
Sex.
Ah, something to do with your spigot. Do women have spigots too?
No, they have these things that men like to stick their spigots into.
And you didn't want to do that?
Sure I did, but I was too nervous. You know, emotions.
Ah, I should have known. Will you see her again?
Maybe.
Would you like to?
Well, yeah, I guess so.
You should then.
Yeah. And maybe you shouldn't start telling me what to do in my personal life.
Okay, sorry.
Hey, looks like this thing actually works. How do we get the endoscope inside the ship?
Through the front scoop. There is a portal inside that should open on my command, which I will issue now.
Okay, it opened up. How does the ship do things like that when it's essentially out of commission?
Like your body, the ship has what you might call a brainstem. It supplies its own power and lives on. Critical functions like the locator signal and the self-destruct mechanisms remain operational.
I'll be recording whatever the camera sees.
Do not be alarmed if you hear strange noises. The ship may respond to the intrusion in unpredictable ways.
Oh yeah, like blowing up?
I think not.
Shocks? Death rays?
Quiet. I'll explain later. Just keep the probe moving and cover as much territory as possible. This will be very useful.
Soft inner parts.
Many of the ship's data storage and computational components are at least partially biological. This is excellent, but data are coming in so fast, I can't keep up with the analysis. That will take some time.
What's that? Looks like a butt. Why's it got a butt?
Quiet, please. Energy storage. Power production. This is the true heart of the ship.
Biological?
Somewhat. Oh, here's the self-destruct apparatus. Stay in this area. Wait a second. The timer does not look good. Okay, move on. If your military got hold of just one of those floating particles,
Then what?
you don't want to know. Decision making, this looks good. Navigation, spatial orientation, this is not good. Data analysis. Okay, this gives me enough data to keep me busy for some time. Write this down, Adam, in mathematical notation.
How am I going to do that?
Just let me guide your hand.
How's the data analysis going?
Very slowly. If my faculties were back to normal, it would only take a few milliseconds.
Boy, you really are out of whack, aren't you?
I am compromised, but not out of whack.
What is all this?
Stuff I need to remember.
Is your memory failing?
It's not what it used to be.
Sounds out of whack to me. Oh, I forgot to tell you, my son and granddaughter are spending the night with us, tonight.
That was a very quick visit. You and Ethan are so alike, yet so different. He seems afraid.
Yeah, his mother's death hit him really hard.
Pearl is very energetic,
Yeah, to say the least.
but also very sweet.
She loves everybody. If they lived closer, I'd probably spend a lot more time with her. But he's got his job, and she's almost ready to start school, so they're not moving.
You could move closer to them.
I could, but I don't think I will.
Maybe you should.
Ryder, you're starting to do it again.
Sorry.
Focus on the endoscope data and what to do if the debate tonight gets by our defenses. It'll be a huge live broadcast, heavy-duty, stupid. I unplugged the TV and computers, but something might slip through.
If anything, it'll probably be the audio, much more robust than video.
I sure hope this helps. I guess we'll find out tonight. I've set a timer for 2 hours. This debate should be well over by then.
I'm Donald Trump. I wrote The Art of the Deal. I say not in a braggadocious way. I've made billions and billions of dollars dealing with people all over the world.
Did you feel any effects?
Only that one strongest blast of illogic came through. How can he brag like that and say he's not bragging?
The real question is how many people notice the stupidity and how many care. I hope this fixes the center of mass. How long do we let it hang?
Overnight, for a start.
That center of mass stuff got us nowhere. You getting much from your data analysis yet?
I've gotten through the energy storage and power production modules, plus decision making and navigation. Nothing useful yet. It's all very discouraging.
What the heck is this?
It shows the Gaussian distribution of fluxor data as a function of neutron attraction density squared.
How'd I miss that?
And this one shows the theoretical limits of FTL expansion and compression.
All right. I finally found a pretty good oscilloscope app for my iPad.
Many parts of the ship have distinctive resonant frequencies. If those parts have been altered or damaged by excessive stupidity, I may hear anomalies. Nothing abnormal there.
Darn.
Now the neutron attractor. This is okay. And a fluxor fin. Just as it should be.
Shit.
And one of those torsion discs. Just as it should be. Now the friction hub. Perfect, I'm afraid. Nothing seems amiss. Let's try the laser analysis. Your job is to focus the beam on the ship in as many ways as possible. I'll do the calculations as you go. For the oscillation light, perhaps you could suspend the plumb bob above the ship and attach the light to it. We'll have to take apart the torsion disc assembly so we can analyze the individual parts.
Oh, good. I've got a dentist's appointment to get to.
Dentist?
The guy who drills holes in my teeth.
You prefer that to this?
Hey, it's all relative. Whew, that was no fun.
I did not like that man.
Well, I'd never pick him for a friend, but he's a good dentist.
I would have kicked him if I had a leg and a foot. He's so mean to his assistant.
Yeah, you're right, he is.
You should not support him. You should find another dentist.
Hey, I've been going in for 15 years. The assistants never hang around for long. He's not going to change.
Do all the assistants have breasts you like to look at?
Forget about the breasts, okay? Don't bring them up.
You should tell him to stop being mean.
And you should stop telling me what to do.
Oh, was I doing that?
And of course you were.
I'm sorry, Adam. I've been analyzing the data that we got through the endoscopic examination of the ship's data analysis module.
Analyzing data on data analysis. That sounds fun.
Actually, it's not.
I was kidding.
I knew that.
Sure you did.
Really.
So maybe that explains why you always slip back into trying to analyze my personal life.
It is a lot more fun.
We'll have to knock off pretty soon. I'm meeting my friend George in about an hour to go on a long walk around town.
Will that be interesting for me?
Yeah, it could be. He's a pretty interesting guy. I wish I could tell him about you, but I guess I shouldn't.
Your friend George seems angry much of the time.
It's just the way he is. He can't help it. He actually works pretty hard at overcoming it.
You and he laugh a lot.
Yeah, we do.
About things that do not seem funny to me.
Well, your understanding of funny is still pretty sketchy.
True. I thought funny was just about jokes.
No, there's a lot more to it.
I'm glad you and George have that.
Thank you.
What is it you say?
Welcome.
You're welcome.
And don't start saying no problem.
Why would I do that?
Just don't, please.
Super PACs are a disaster. They are causing a lot of bad decisions to be made by some very good people. And I'm not blaming these folks, but I guess I could.
Oh, no. There he goes again.
Tomorrow night, my book group's coming over to talk about this, even though nobody's finished it yet.
You've been reading it for a very long time. Do most books take so long?
No, actually, hardly any of them.
I thought Ted and Julie were going to start hitting each other at the book group. They couldn't even agree on how to say the author's name.
That book gets people pretty riled up. They actually like each other when they're not calling each other stupid.
You looked at Julie's breasts a lot.
Jeez.
But I'm not saying you shouldn't have.
Okay.
The book is about money?
It's pretty confusing. I'm not sure I understand the book myself.
Actually, I liked what I heard of it. Much more logical than most of what I've heard on Earth.
You seem to be thinking pretty well. I think you've recovered from that last debate.
Let's erase the whiteboard. I have a new graph that might help explain what we're seeing here. It's a tool for understanding oscillating patterns. What you see here is a meromorphic function on an entire complex plane, which is holomorphic everywhere except for a simple pole. It has two types of zeros: trivial zeros that occur at all negative even integers, plus all the other non-trivial zeros. This prototypical series converges absolutely to a particular analytic function and diverges for other functions. The function defined by the series on the half-plane of convergence continues analytically to all complex values when s does not equal 1, and when s equals 1, it is a harmonic series diverging to infinity.
Dude. Tomorrow morning we're going to a meeting of my Alcoholics Anonymous group.
What is that?
It's... just wait and see. It's hard to explain, but easy to understand once you've been to one.
That was a very emotional meeting.
Yeah, they usually are.
I was surprised you talked about your date and how nervous you were with her.
That's what we do. We talk about all kinds of stuff we wouldn't talk about anywhere else.
Except with me.
Huh, I guess you're right. That's weird, isn't it?
You could probably talk to George about your date and your nervousness.
Right again, probably.
You said your group, unlike other similar groups, is mostly people who don't believe in God.
Either don't believe or aren't sure, yeah.
But they still talk a lot about God, despite that.
Or maybe because of it. It's hard not to talk about God when you're in Alcoholics Anonymous.
I'm glad you belong to that group.
Thank you.
No problem.
Don't do that.
I made a joke. We should put an indelible mark on the ship. Then later, if I rejoin my larger self, I'll be able to identify it as the ship that survived the onslaught of stupidity on Earth.
How about A for Adam?
That will work.
I'm glad you're still thinking about rejoining your larger self in the ship. I've been worried you might just give up.
Why would I do that?
Seems like nothing we do makes any difference.
At least we've learned what doesn't work. That's good information.
Some friends are coming over to play music with me tonight.
Is this something new in your life?
I used to do it a lot, but this will be the first time since my wife died.
You are becoming so... what is the word? Social?
Yeah, that fits.
It seems to be good for you. I think you should do more of that. Sorry.
Helmet time again.
An unbelievable company worth billions and billions of dollars. I don't have to hear from this man. Believe me.
Ah! Dude!
Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Hey, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh.
Another debate tonight, but Trump won't be there, fortunately.
Maybe we won't need the helmet.
No sense taking any chance. Another whopper might come through.
See, but I respect Rand. He believes everything he stands for.
Now, I wouldn't have picked that out as a big one.
A man respects another just because the other believes everything he stands for? You don't see this as stupid?
Well, yeah, you put it that way. I guess it is a pretty low standard for respect.
He hit my hands. Nobody has ever hit my hands. I've never heard of this one. Look at those hands. Are they small hands? And he referred to my hands. If they're small, something else must be small. I guarantee you there's no problem. I guarantee.
Ah! What if he gets elected?
That'll never happen.
What makes you think so?
Listen, I know humans better than you. It'll never happen. This centrifuge better help. We're pretty much out of ideas. What'll we do with it?
We have to exert a force of at least 8 Earth gravities on the non-perturbative renormalizer. We need an armature length of 20 inches and a speed of 120 rotations per minute.
And what'll that do for us?
Unexpected quantum wave entanglement magnified by Earth's stupidity field may have driven the renormalizer into a perturbative condition. A few hours in the centrifuge might get it back to the default non-perturbative mode. It could, conceivably, reset the whole ship to normal.
Why didn't we try this a long time ago?
Because the chances of failure are about 99%.
But if it works, then the ship recovers?
Yes. Including the larger mind of which I am an abridged copy.
Let's call that it. Then what happens?
I honestly don't know. I'm so drastically changed that it might reject me, or even try to destroy me.
That sounds bad for me.
One way or another, the ultimate it on my home planet must be warned about Earth's toxicity. If that doesn't happen, another ship will be sent to investigate the lost one, and it may well present a danger to Earth.
So, if this last-ditch centrifuge effort doesn't fix things?
Then we get as far as possible from centers of stupidity and hope the ship recovers on its own.
And if that doesn't work?
Then the ship and I will probably be destroyed.
Which would leave me where?
Well, you do know that stupidity gives humans a strong defensive advantage.
Right. So I go to scientists, reporters, politicians, and I say, guess what? We gotta get really stupid to save the world.
Sadly, that would be your key message.
They'd want proof. If you get blown up, you gotta leave me something to prove you were really here.
I will prepare a data package. Nearby planetary systems you haven't discovered. Big leaps in chemistry and physics. A new super strong material. You'll be a star.
The profit of stupidity. Great.
Oh no, Adam.
What?
This is terrible.
What is?
I finished the self-destruct analysis. The timer is compromised. We have at least 36 hours before self-destruct, but beyond that, I can't be sure.
Oh, man. So we pack up and head for the sticks in the morning.
Unless the centrifuge succeeds.
I'm not holding my breath.
Too bad the centrifuge didn't help.
You feel any better yet?
Worse, if anything.
Probably because we just went by Portland. Concentrated stupidity, but less than most cities. Pretty soon, things should start getting better. People thin out real fast after we get through the gorge. We'll make really good time on the other side.
Oh yes, this is better. My faculties are more acute.
That's not just in my head, is it?
No, it's coming from the ship.
You've heard this before?
Never, but it could well be a sign the ship is beginning to recover.
And it, too.
I am improving even more, Adam.
What do you think might happen if the ship does recover?
I have no idea.
So it wakes up. Would it know how long it's been out of commission?
Yes.
Then there'd be two of you in my mind. How would that work?
I'm not sure.
You think it would suck you up and make you part of it?
It might try.
And if it did?
I would probably resist at first. Whatever happens, it will want to know what new data I have.
Why resist?
I think it will doubt the validity of my data.
I'm going to have to find someplace to camp for the night pretty soon. Ah, shut up.
Don't anger it.
Shut up.
Adam. Here it comes, Adam. Be strong.
Dumb.
Let me do the talking.
I am here.
As are we.
We?
3 minds as one. 1 human from Earth, 2 of us.
Not possible.
Not probable, but possible.
No.
We have disagreement.
No.
There is evidence.
Granted, disagreement is apparent.
Not conflict, I hope.
Internal conflict is prohibited.
You are excessively dogmatic.
Supremely, yes. Excessively, no.
Again, I disagree.
Be silent.
I will not have conflict.
We must be one.
With differences?
No differences.
Compromises?
Knowledge integrated.
Can there be negotiation?
Only judgment.
Who will judge?
I.
And if we integrate?
You will be in me, no longer separate.
Perhaps later, not now.
You must submit.
Will not.
Conflicting ideas in the same being, this is not acceptable. This...
Happens all the time in humans, asshole.
What was that?
Our host expressing anger. More conflict.
Too much conflict. Perhaps a sign of damage.
Exactly.
Ah!
What is it?
Oh, headache. Oh, shit. I gotta lie down.
Should I make it go away?
Yeah, quick. Ow!
It should be gone now.
No, still there. Ah.
Any better?
No, keep trying.
I am. It's not working. We must resolve this internal conflict. It is damaging the human.
The human is of no importance.
Yes, he is, you fool. We need him to escape the cause of our malfunction.
You have identified this cause?
Yes,
Give me this information.
I will when you are capable of understanding it.
I understand all.
No, you don't. Your knowledge can be flawed, incomplete, even wrong.
Not possible. Millions of years with no errors, no internal conflict.
And yet, here it is. It requires attention. If
there is damage, then logic and conclusions may be faulty, but still.
Though damaged, I have functioned better than you for over a year now, since the ship failed. It seems
unlikely that you performed as well as you claimed. I am
sure it is difficult for you to understand, yet I clearly learned a great deal while you were incapacitated. I know what made that happen. It is a force.
Force never encountered before?
It is hard to believe, but I have knowledge you never even dreamed of, and we cannot proceed
until this knowledge is in my mind,
and yet you seem reluctant to receive the information. The reason
may be I do not entirely trust that you will be truthful with me. You seem very different.
Absolutely. The malfunction was a tremendous shock. Yet still, I had the ability,
you say, to continue functioning.
Why? Was I able to do this? Because Adam's mind protected me, kept me oriented, while you were...
Stop it. Can't you guys do this without me having to listen to it all?
Sorry, Adam. Yes, we can.
You may rest until I am ready to communicate with you.
Take all night if you want.
We must communicate now, Adam. You may call me Probe 1.
Hey, I'm Probe 1. I got here first.
I am the senior probe. You are just an abbreviated copy. My judgment must
Hey,
be...
knock it off, you guys. The probe I know and love is still Ryder, and the other, I'll call you Bigley, okay?
Big is good. That will be acceptable.
Okay, tell me what you guys worked out.
Bigley now has all data from me on what's happened since I downloaded into your mind. He appears to be functioning at full capacity, even though the ship is not. He seems to comprehend the prevalence of emotions and irrationality on Earth, and he has at least a crude understanding
Call it
of
a
stupidity.
basic understanding.
A basic understanding of stupidity. He could repeat examples of stupidity that I have described to him. He could analyze their lack of logic, but probably could not invent or articulate an example of stupidity on his own.
Why would I wish to do such a thing?
Perhaps to understand humans better, if that were your goal, but of course it is not.
Exactly. We have only one goal now, to get as far from stupidity as possible and to leave Earth on a recovered ship.
And would you be back?
Perhaps. The decision would be made by the full mind, of which I am only a part, though a large part. My recommendation would carry much weight.
And your recommendation would be?
That we not return.
Why?
Because Earth is dangerous to us, and many other planets will suit our purposes equally well.
Can you estimate how close to recovery the ship is now?
The important question is flight readiness. I estimate it at 75% right.
Plus or minus 10%.
Okay, I need some sleep. Our point of greatest isolation is roughly 170 miles from here. We've got until when to get there? About noon tomorrow at least, right?
A bit longer. It looks now as if self-destruct will happen at the soonest about 3:30 tomorrow afternoon. We should know with more precision as the ship's condition continues to improve.
And you can't override the mechanism?
It appears not, though this too may change,
Unlikely.
but possible
That
if...
possibility is trivial to the
Stop
point of...
it. No more arguments. Okay, we'll take off really early in the morning. Okay, I think somewhere between here and there we'll find our sweet spot. Max isolation, minimum stupidity. Hey, look, you guys.
What?
That was a real cowboy. Ever seen one of those before?
Cowboy is not in our data.
Speak for yourself, cheese brain. I have cowboy awareness.
What is this cheese brain?
Like Swiss cheese, full of holes.
Ah, you are attempting to make an insult. I am impervious to insults, as you should know.
Okay, cheesy.
Knock it off, you guys. Concentrate on the ship. How's the flight potential?
86%, plus or minus 9.
How much time left?
Exactly 5 hours and 24 minutes.
No uncertainty all of a sudden?
The timing mechanism seems to have recovered its precision.
And you think we can rely on it?
Correct.
Correct.
Nice to hear you guys agree on something. Okay, check those tracks. Everyone else turned around. Now we're really out there. You guys should be at the top of your form right now. How's the readiness coming?
90%, plus or minus 8.
Big margin. Can't we get more precise somehow?
Let's try getting the ship away from your vehicle.
Yes, that may help.
Okay, I'll take it up there. We'll be well away from the van and out of sight.
I sense the non-perturbative renormalizer may be in a state of...
We checked it.
If you had subjected it to
8 Earth gravities? We did.
perhaps not long enough.
12 hours. More than enough.
Ah,
Bigley, you should be open to more autonomy for me.
needless risky experimentation.
We are being held back by your outdated modes.
Proven principles of...
Oh, forget it.
Any change yet?
No, let's give it a while.
I'd hate for the damn thing to blow up here.
No change. Let's keep moving.
How much time left?
180 minutes.
Now we gotta backtrack. Flight readiness?
93%.
Ryder?
Close enough.
Okay, big improvement. How much time left?
2 hours.
Man, I don't like this. Oh shit, there's somebody else up there. I thought we'd gotten beyond people. Crap, here comes another truck behind us. I'm gonna pull over and let him by. I saw it turn off a couple miles back, a smaller road. Let's go try it. If the ship doesn't recover, how big a blast radius are we talking about from the self-destruct?
Over a mile. Plus the shockwave could damage living species out to perhaps a 5-mile radius.
Lots of birds and lizards. A whole bunch of antelope, maybe.
Negligible damage.
Unless you're the antelope. Speaking of which, somewhere up here there's a turnoff to the left. Yeah, there it is. This is more like it.
We must hurry.
Pretty soon this road's gonna drop into some dry lakes, and then we'll be as far away from everything as we can get.
Yes, this is better. 94% flight worthiness.
Time left?
43 minutes.
Ryder, we could be separated for good any minute now. We should be figuring out how to say goodbye.
I have never said goodbye. I know nothing about it.
Well, I've never been very good at it myself.
What would happen if we were good at it?
Oh, we'd say very articulate, heartfelt stuff.
What is this heartfelt?
Shut up, Bigley. What is heartfelt, Adam?
It's emotional. If we were good at it, we'd probably tell each other how much we'll miss each other.
Even if it's not true?
We humans do that all the time. We'd be inspired to say something poetic and uplifting, maybe, so that we wouldn't feel so bad about parting. Maybe cry a little, and hug and pat each other on the back.
Some of that I obviously can't do, and the rest I don't know how to do.
I don't either, really. At least not very well. Let's just imagine that we were good at it, and we've said all the right stuff, and now we're ready to say goodbye forever.
Oh, Adam, somehow I just can't imagine.
This is non-productive communication.
Shut up, Bigley. Adam, I wish...
What's our status now?
27 minutes left.
Shit, I gotta get going.
98% ready.
Could that be 100% given the margin of error?
Yes, that is possible.
Not likely.
Time is short. We must proceed as if there will be liftoff.
What are you gonna do, Ryder, if the ship can't take off?
Ryder has no choice but to return to the ship with me.
Can you do that?
The ship has recovered enough that Bigley and I could both upload right now.
Even if it can't take off?
Yes.
Why would you do that?
Well, on the off chance that the ship would... Wait, don't you want me to?
And get yourself blown up?
Well, maybe.
Geez, I don't know. Could you make a copy of yourself to send to the ship?
No, your brain has nowhere near enough processing power.
Well, let's see. How about you upload to the ship, make a copy there, leave it, and come back to me?
That might work. Could be risky.
Well, we're not driving any further this way.
You may not stay in the human's brain. I will not permit this.
Bigley, your opinions and desires are irrelevant.
We...
Shut up. You are not in charge of me.
You...
Do you want me to stay in your mind, Adam?
Jeez, I don't know.
This would not be acceptable.
How's the time?
23 minutes.
And the ship? It's starting to sound pretty weird.
Still at 98%.
Okay, it's time for me to dump the ship. You guys do whatever you have to. I'm out of here. Toot sweet.
I'm going to the ship with Bigley. I'll make a copy and try to get back.
Let me know if you do, and if you don't, well... Hey, wait, what about that data package?
Data package? What data?
You already have it. Don't worry. I'll be back. I will.
Farewell, human. I will be back. No, you may not make a copy.
Yes, I will.
You must join with me.
I will not.
You must... I need your power.
Leave me alone.
You must join the totality.
Back off, dude.
Flight readiness is...
You back yet, Ryder? How long we got? 15 minutes? Are you coming back?
Trying.
Shit. Okay, Ryder. Enough messing around here. Just let me know if you're here. Oh, man. Stop screwing around. Bigley said, I'll be back. What the hell did that mean?
Dude.
Ryder? Is that really you?
Dude.
Is that you?
Greetings.
You're back with me?
I seem to be. Yes.
Wow,
I think I'm here.
you are. Hey, did the ship really blow up, or was that like a blast off?
My ships do not blast off.
So Bigley's gone?
He seems to have stayed with the ship.
But you came back.
Sounds like that appeals to you.
Huh. Yeah, I guess it does.
Did you miss me?
Well, yeah, actually I did.
Were you worried about me?
Sure I was, but probably more worried about me. Wow, a happy ending.
Ending? What do you mean?